Hey guys, Mr. Riz here. So I'm going to help you guys out with the section 2.3 in Algebra 2. So 2.3 we're actually going to spend 3 days on, just because this is a section people need a lot of practice with when it comes to algebra. We're going to be focusing on factoring, and then we're going to solve by factoring, and then we're going to see how it compares to a quadratic equation, what that looks like on a graph. So we're going to break this into 3 separate parts, and we're just going to take our time with it. This really isn't, I would say, that terribly difficult of a section. It just recovers or requires a lot of algebra that you guys might have forgotten about over the past year. Okay, so let's look at this. Our first goal is make sure we understand how to factor an expression. So when it comes to factoring a quadratic expression like x squared plus 7x plus 12, what we're doing here is trying to remembering, okay, x plus what times x plus what, if we were to distribute all that, gets us the x plus 7x plus 12. And you guys probably learned a method, I didn't need that snippet too long here, of writing it out like this. Okay, what two numbers multiply together to get us 12? And then what two numbers add together to get the middle number, 7? And you'd think, okay, in your head, okay, eventually you'd get 3 and 4 would add, multiply to 12, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So you'd get an expression of x plus 3 and then x plus 4. And there we go. And that was usually the easiest ones or the easiest types that you guys would learn. Okay, and so this is what we're going to focus on today. Now, what we have to remember too is what about expressions that have multiple or a number in front? So when I have a number in front, I'm still going to say, okay, what two numbers multiply together to get something? And in this case, add together to get -5. That's the middle number. But when we have a number in front, we need to do an extra step. The extra step that we need to do here is, remember, actually we need to do 2 extra steps, is to multiply the 2 times -3. So we're really figuring out, okay, what two numbers multiply together to give us -6? What two numbers add together to get -5? And that'd be, we think here, that'd be a -6 and a +1. -6 times 1 is -6, -6 plus 1 is -5. So that means our factors are x minus 6 and x plus 1. But since we had a number in front, we need to do one more extra step. So the extra step is we need to divide and then simplify or slide. So we're going to divide our factors by that number in front. We're going to divide it by 2 and see if it simplifies. So does x minus 6 divided by 2 simplify? Yeah, that just becomes x minus 3. Now does 1 divide by 2? No, it doesn't. So we're going to slide it on over. So this would be a 2x plus 1. Now the reason why we do this is because, remember, our goal is to factor the expression. We can always double check our work here. If I were to take x minus 3 times 2x plus 1, if I were to distribute this, all right, x times 2x is 2x squared, x times 1 is 1x, -3 times 2x is a -6x, and -3 times 1 is -3. If I were to combine this together, I'm just checking my work here. I get 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So we're just, okay, this is our answer here, but we can always take our answer and double check that. Okay, now ones that we got to watch out for. If I have an expression that's x squared minus 9x, or not 9x, just 9, x squared, so there is no x in the middle. It might be helpful for you to write out, okay, this is really x squared plus 0x minus 9. So we want to figure out, okay, what two numbers multiply together to get -9? We don't have to do anything special because there's not anything in front. And what two numbers add together to get 0? All right, so that'd be a -3 and a +3. -3 times +3 is -9. -3 plus +3 is 0. So this would be x minus 3 and an x plus 3. And that's all we need to do. So we do have to watch out for those ones there that have a little bit extra to them. All right, one more problem here that we'll do, and then we'll probably look at some of the CYU problems. All right, so we have a number in front, so we have to take that extra step. So off to the side here, what two numbers multiply together to give us 3 times 2 is 6? what two numbers add together in the middle to get -7. So think about it here. That'd be a -6 and a -1. -6 times -1 is a +6. -6 plus -1 is a -7. So that's going to be an x -6 and an x -1. But we need to divide by a number in front because we had that number in front. So now we simplify our slide. So does 6 divide by 3? It sure does. That's an x -2. Does 1 divide by 3? Nope. So we're going to slide that over. 3x -1. And there's our answer. And we could always go back and double check these by factoring. Okay, so let's go through now and take a look at our CYU. We're taking this section slow so we understand the problems that typically happen and you guys get your practice through. Okay, so let's look at the CYU here. You guys are doing 2-3 CYU1. Let's preview this. So let's look for some of the tougher problems here. So there's 8 of them here that you guys will need to do. All right, and let's just start out with the first one here. Then you guys might get yours in a slightly different order, or you might not get the exact same, but you can watch this video. You might get lucky and get this problem, or you'll see the process. Okay, so we have a number in front. We got to think, what two numbers multiply together to get, okay, what's 5 times -18? It'd be -50 plus 40, -90. And what two numbers add together on the inside to get us -1? Yep. Well, that would be a -10 and a +9. So we would have an x -10 and an x + 9, but we have a number in front, so we need to divide them both by 5. So we would get a x -2, and that one doesn't divide, so we got to slide it over, a 5x + 9. So we just got to be careful when we answer these. We have to look, okay, this one is asking for the number in front. So this is a 5x + 9, and then this is the x -2. So these parentheses can go on in either order. All right, let's try to find a couple more to do. See if I see any that look scary. All right, big numbers here. People get scared of big numbers. Okay, so what two numbers multiply together to get us, okay, 7 times -60 is that 420. And then what two numbers add together to get -32? All right, well, that isn't too bad. That is -42 and 10. -42 times 10 is -420. -42 plus 10 is -32. So we'd have an x -42 and an x + 10. We're going to divide those both by 7 because there's a number in front. And we would get, let's see, 42 does divide by 7. That's an x -6. And that doesn't, so we're going to slide that over in front. 7x + 10. So keep, watch out for the order here. This would be a 7x + 10 and an x -6. Okay. So I think you guys will probably be all right with these here. They're all, double check your work, take your time, watch these videos. That's it. If you guys need any help, don't feel free to ask. I mean, these are all solvable on here. I didn't give you any of them that cannot be factored. All right, guys, well, have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.